The first free flight is the moment travel hacking starts to feel real. Because before that, points are just numbers on a screen, rewards are just promises in an app, and credit cards can feel like a complicated game that only experienced travelers understand. But getting your first free flight does not have to start with 5 credit cards, a spreadsheet full of airline programs, or risky spending you cannot afford. The safest beginner path is much simpler. Choose one real trip, use one rewards card carefully, earn points from spending you already planned, and pay the card in full every month so the rewards do not turn into debt. That last part is the foundation. If you carry a balance and pay interest, the flight is not really free. You may get points, but the interest can cost more than the value of the rewards. So before we talk about airline miles or welcome bonuses, remember this rule. Travel hacking only works when your payment system is stronger than your desire for points. The goal is not to look smart online. The goal is to make travel cheaper without damaging your finances. Step 1 is to pick one flight, not one credit card. Most beginners start by asking, what is the best travel credit card? But the better first question is, where do I actually want to fly? A domestic round trip is usually the cleanest beginner target because it is easier to understand, easier to price, and easier to compare. Maybe you want to visit family, attend a wedding, take a weekend trip, or fly somewhere you already plan to go. Write down the route, the rough dates, and the normal cash price. That gives your points a job. Without a clear flight, you are just collecting rewards randomly, and random rewards often sit unused for months or years. Once you know the flight, you can think about which type of rewards actually helps. Some beginners may use flexible points that can be redeemed through a travel portal or transferred to airline partners. Others may use airline miles if they already fly one airline often. Some may even use cashback as a simple travel fund, because cashback can reduce the cost of a flight without needing to understand award charts. Do not let anyone convince you that one method is always best. The best method for a beginner is the one you can understand, track, and actually use. Step 2 is to estimate the number of points or cash value you need. You do not need perfect math, but you do need basic math. Look at the cash price of your target flight. Then look at the reward options. If a flight costs $300 and your points can cover most of that cost, you have a clear target. If an airline requires miles plus taxes and fees, count those fees too. A flight booked with points may still cost some cash, so do not call it free until you understand the full out-of-pocket cost. This is where beginners make a big mistake. They get excited by the word free and forget that travel has other costs. Baggage fees, seat selection, airport transportation, hotel costs, food, and taxes can all matter. The point is not to pretend travel costs nothing. The point is to remove or reduce one major cost without creating a bigger financial problem. Step 3 is to choose one card that fits your normal spending. This is where discipline matters. A welcome bonus can be powerful because it can help you earn enough rewards for a flight faster than regular spending alone. But a welcome bonus is only useful if the required spending fits inside your real budget. If you need to spend money you would not normally spend, the bonus can become a trap. Buying things you do not need just to earn points is not travel hacking. It is overspending with a travel excuse. The clean way is to move normal expenses onto the card: groceries, gas, utilities, phone bills, insurance, subscriptions, and planned purchases you already budgeted for. If those expenses are not enough to reach the bonus comfortably, do not force it. Pick a simpler card, wait for a better offer, or use cash back until your budget supports a larger goal. Patience is a strategy. Step 4 is to build the payment system before the points arrive. This is the boring part, but it is what protects the whole plan. Set up autopay for the full statement balance if that works for you. Add a reminder several days before the due date. Check the balance once a week. Keep the money for card purchases in your checking account as if you already spent it because you did. A credit card is not extra income, it is a payment tool. Treat it like a debit card with rewards attached. If you cannot pay for the purchase with cash today, do not put it on the card for points today. This one habit can save beginners from the most expensive mistake in the rewards game. The banks can afford to offer rewards because many people pay interest, fees, or spend more than planned. Your job is to be the person who earns rewards without becoming the person who pays for everyone else's rewards. Step 5 is to track progress toward the flight. Do not wait until the last week before your trip to understand how redemption works. Log in, check your rewards balance, and look at possible flights early. If your points are flexible, compare portal value with transfer options. If your points are airline miles, search different dates and nearby airports if possible. Award availability can change, so flexibility helps. But beginners should not obsess over squeezing the maximum possible value from every point. Your first goal is not the perfect redemption. Your first goal is a successful redemption. A simple flight that saves real money and teaches you the system is a win. After you book the first one, you will understand far more than you would from watching 10 more advanced videos. Experience makes the rules clearer. Step 6 is to avoid the 3 traps that ruin the first free flight. Trap number 1 is carrying a balance. If you pay interest, the rewards lose their power. Trap number 2 is opening too many cards too quickly. More cards can mean more due dates, more fees, more confusion, and more pressure to spend. Trap number 3 is chasing points without a redemption plan. Points are useful when they become travel savings. Points sitting forever in an account are not a vacation. They are potential value, and potential value can change. Programs can change rules, flights can become more expensive, and benefits can disappear. Earn with a purpose and redeem with a purpose. Step 7 is to think about annual fees honestly. Some travel cards have annual fees, and sometimes the benefits can be worth it. But beginners should not count benefits they will never use. Airport lounge access has no value if you rarely fly. Hotel credits have no value if they force you to book a hotel you would not choose. Airline perks have no value if you do not fly that airline. Calculate the real value to you, not the advertised value. If a card costs $95 a year but helps you save $300 on a flight you already wanted, that may make sense. If a card costs hundreds of dollars and the benefits are complicated, maybe that is not the right first card. Simple is not weak. Simple is how you stay in control. Step 8 is to book the flight only when the full plan still works. Before you click redeem, ask 4 questions. Does this flight match the trip I actually wanted? Are the taxes and fees reasonable? Did I earn the points without overspending? Can I still pay my card in full? If the answer is yes, book it and count the win. If the answer is no, slow down. Travel hacking is not a race. The best reward strategy is the one that leaves your finances better, not worse. After the trip, review the whole process. How long did it take to earn the rewards? Was the card easy to manage? Did the redemption feel simple or stressful? Did you use the benefits? Did you avoid interest completely? This review turns one trip into a repeatable system. Maybe the same card works again. Maybe next time you want a hotel strategy. Maybe next time you add a second card with a clear job. But you only expand after the first system is working. That is how beginners become confident without becoming reckless. So if you want your first free flight, do not start with the most complicated strategy online. Start with one flight you already want, one card you can manage, one spending plan you can afford, and one payment rule you never break. Pay in full, avoid interest, track your points, redeem for real travel. That is the beginner version of travel hacking, and it is powerful because it is simple. The first free flight is not really about beating the system. It is about learning how to make your everyday spending work a little harder while keeping your money under control. When you do that, the reward is bigger than one ticket. You prove to yourself that travel hacking does not have to be chaotic, risky, or only for experts. It can be a clean system. Spend normally, pay responsibly, redeem intentionally, and travel cheaper without debt.